In the direst situation of the Golden Royal Army, they were forced to play their trump card. It was none other than the Golden Apples, which grant a temporary power boost for a short period. Quickly breaching one side, they broke free from the encirclement of the Coal enemy, continuing to retreat while defending against the relentless pursuing forces of the Coal army. Knowing full well that the Golden Army breached the west flank to escape back to their homeland, as well as aiming to build momentum for reinforcements to flank and surprise the Coal forces. Thus, the Iron Army sought to continue outflanking and ambushing the desperate Golden troops as they struggled to make their way back to the border. Iron Crusader quickly sent diplomats to negotiate a territorial exchange, yielding the northern region and a passage to Iron in return for Redstone acquiring a different tract of land in the south. Eager to avoid a messy conflict and seeing the offer as a lucrative opportunity for their scientific research, both sides quickly reached a mutual agreement. With the deal successfully wrapped up, the Iron Crusader forces immediately marched to the Coal border and lay in wait for an ambush. Once the Kingdom of Gold noticed their western border was under new ownership, suspicion flared at once that Iron had ushered in a fresh ally to aid in their war against Gold. Waste no time, Gold swiftly mobilized a task force toward the borders of Redstone, provoking an immediate clash. Caught completely off guard by the surprise attack, Redstone hastily declared temporary martial law to hold the line, while firing off an urgent letter asking why Gold had attacked when Redstone had never even entertained the thought of joining the war. Realizing their mistake but refusing to lose face in public, Gold manufactured a pretext, claiming the land had originally belonged to their kingdom and that Iron had dishonorably snatched it away, forcing Gold to intervene now and reclaim what was rightfully theirs. Refusing to tolerate such an outrageous excuse, the President of the Republic of Redstone took to the stage to speak before all his people. Having successfully rallied the entire population to resist, ordinary citizens joined forces with the military, determined to brave death for the survival of the fatherland. At the same time, top scientists and key intellectuals worked round the clock on their first scientific weapon, seeking a vital breakthrough. Returning to the heroic northern battlefield upon realizing the Golden Force's desperate bid to escape, Coal immediately mobilized additional troops from the northwest to cut off their only way out. Seeing the Iron Crusader forces lingering right behind their backs across the border, the Coal military naturally assumed that Gold and Iron had forged an alliance to corner them. Consequently, the Coal army lost no time in taking the initiative and attacking first. Left with no choice, the Iron Crusader forces demonstrated precisely why they bore the name Crusader, swiftly obliterating the Coal army. Capitalizing on their momentum, the Iron Crusaders pressed forward, pinching the Golden forces in a deadly sandwich attack. Suddenly, the Golden Apple effects wore off. Seizing the moment, the Iron and Coal armies swiftly coordinated to strike them down, plunging the conflict into a bitter stalemate. Forced, both sides had no choice but to bring up reinforcements before making their final stand. Returning to the Kingdom of Gold's invasion, the Royal Army had successfully pushed deep into Redstone territory. At the critical brink of survival, by a stroke of pure fortune, Redstone scientists took a perilous gamble on untested TNT, yet it yielded a magnificent triumph, its horrific blast power utterly obliterating the Royal Legions from existence. Gaining the upper hand, the people of Redstone were reignited with fervor, eagerly rising up to reclaim everything they had lost. With the resounding success of their first scientific weapon, news of the breakthrough swept across the entire continent like wildfire. Among them, the Coal forces were suddenly thrown into a state of intense panic. Meanwhile, owing to the goodwill Redstone harbored toward them, the Iron Crusaders shared none of Coal's dread. Seizing the momentum, the Iron Army utterly shattered the Coal forces, sweeping through everywhere they marched and forcing both Gold and Coal to mobilize every last soldier to defend their final strongholds.